And Shirtless Glenn should be in the intro.
Okay. Hey everybody, it's Friday. It is time for SMG Viewers Comments. Of course, this week we've got a whole bunch of comments regarding the video I did on this guitar. The Gibson Dave Mustaine signature Flying V with the extra super special paint job. It's going to be a hell of an episode, so buckle your seatbelts and get ready. This is going to be one interesting ride.
I'm just wondering why Ola got his fully set up and Gibson gives you jack shit. Not a fan of the overall look. It's not pointed enough like Dave's old Dean and Jackson.
Now, I can't say what Ola's experience was. I don't know if they sent him a guitar or not, or he bought it. I wanted to get the consumer experience, so I bought the thing. I wanted to see what kind of instrument Gibson is sending out into the world for that kind of money. And yeah, this is what we got. It's really nice as long as you don't look very closely at it, unfortunately.
Awesome review, Glenn. Good luck getting Guitar World or a comparable channel to tell the truth like this. The flaws on this guitar are inexcusable. Gibson customers are lemmings. Literally the only reason to play them is if the company is paying you to do so.
Yeah, me get paid by Gibson to do a video? Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Glenn and the other influencers all turned on Gibson at the same time, yet they all hypocritically continue to play and purchase Gibsons. Something more is going on here. Also, who cares about minor paint issues? Nobody can hear the paint. Hell, nobody can even see it. And 90% of us are going to nick up our guitars inside a month anyway. So Glenn is harping on imperfections that will make the difference for a short time relative to the life of the guitar, which ought to be several decades. The one salient point Glenn makes is that Gibson lets the guitar out of the factory without a decent setup. If true, that's not cool.
Wow there, David Reynolds, for $2,700. I actually expected a lot more, not this amateur level paint job that Gibson put on this thing. I mean, like, for a company that's been building instruments, as long as they have, you'd think they would have figured out how to paint a guitar properly, but apparently that's just wishful thinking. You know, I can think of a number of guitars that had absolutely flawless finishes on them. Like this LTD H1001, also came set up perfectly right out of the box. Or this 29 fret Ormsby in Seafoam Green, just absolutely flawless. Not a nick on this thing. You know, the paint is just spectacular. I don't get it. Can somebody explain to me what the hell is going on here? Why I can get all these smaller brands who give me flawless paint jobs, and yet, you know, big old made in USA Gibson just can't seem to get it right.
Glenn, you are looking great. Keep kicking butt. Also, for almost $3,000, you are getting in the used Mayonnaise Aristides range. There is no excuse for this terrible quality.
Yeah, you know, I got to play a Mayonnaise at the First Gear Street. Yeah, just absolutely brilliant instruments. I'd really like to get my hands on one. They're just beautifully crafted. I've also played some Aristides at NAMM. You know, the thing is, you know, they're doing so well, they definitely don't need YouTubers to help promote their brands. They're doing just fine. And again, absolutely beautiful and brilliant guitars. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. And you're absolutely right. There is no excuse for terrible quality.
I work at the setup section of a guitar shop that makes $1,500 to $7,500 Australian dollar, 1070 to 50, 350 USD acoustics. Before I do anything, bridging, installing hardware, final set, I look over the guitar. If I see anything that isn't perfect, I send it right back to the paint shop. If not, our QC guy will pick it up and send it back to paint, and I'll get told to check the guitars more thoroughly. Those flaws on the guitar are fucking disgusting. It pisses me off because even one of those flaws on a guitar where I work would mean a trip back to the paint shop. It's so fucking disappointing.
Yeah, you know what? I think that would be my one-word review of this guitar. Disappointing.
Nice to see Glenn finally play a quality guitar instead of the shitbox imports he is usually praising.
Dude, if this is your idea of quality, please unstick your head from your ass. Considering the price point on this thing and what we get compared to, say, this made-in-China 6-string Harley Benton with an absolutely flawless finish and a better setup, yeah, it's time to spend some time in reality land over here on planet Earth. I think we've proven on this show again and again and again, what country a guitar originates from does not have anything to do with the initial quality. Craftsmanship and the people who build the instruments, that's what counts the most. Nationalism, my friend, is just plain fucking stupid. Hey guys, just gonna break in here for a second. Today's episode is sponsored by me, that being Spectre Digital, and we've got a brand new course out this week from Henning Pauly. It's all about programming 80s style drum. He went in with Felix, I can't pronounce his last name, who's like the top session drummer in Germany, and they go through all these different styles. Everyone from Kenny Aronoff to Steve Gadd to, you know, doing the Rosanna Shuffle, all that kind of stuff. And really figure out how to program some subtlety and some humanity into your desktop drums. If you're sitting at home writing guitar riffs and wondering why your drums sound like R2-D2, this is probably a course you definitely want to check out. And we've got it on sale for only $79 for the next few days, and it goes back on sale to $99. Well, there's also the complete guide to programming drums is going to be part of a package. You can find all the details in the description below. Check it out. Now time for the butthurt of the week.
Newsflash, Fender is shipping USA JBS with now high very low action 7036 and the Achilles exam decimal fraction of 13 120. Low E12 front. Receive 2 warranty replacements with the exact same set. The action cannot be raised unless you like travel relief in the neck or tremblay floating ridiculously high. At least your Gibson has functional adjustable action. 3 in a row from Fender, exactly the same. Gibson has no monopoly on fucked up quality control.
Well, thanks for writing in, Dave. I really appreciate that. Appreciate all the caps and whatnot. It really drove the point home that you are definitely a fan of Gibson. Thanks so much for that. Sorry you didn't like my video very much. I was going to say it didn't take much of an adjustment to the truss rod or to the bridge to get the action playing beautifully. And now it's set up. Yeah, the guitar does play absolutely beautiful. That's the only thing beautiful about this guitar because the paint sure as fuck isn't. But I'm sorry to hear you're not having any luck with your Fenders. I got sent an American Ultra there a couple of years ago, and that thing was like the one guitar I ever picked up out of the box and just said, yeah, this is perfect, don't change anything. Your mileage may vary, of course. Word of the wise, though, turn off your caps lock. That way people won't think you're a whack job.
You already said again, Gibson, before you started. I doubt your ability to be fair.
Fair? I wasn't being fair. You mean I just shit all over the guitar? Can I get a replay, please? Because apparently Keto Soldier was not paying attention. Once you get the guitar set up, it plays absolutely fantastic. Oh, wow. That's what I said. Hey, Keto Soldier, here's an idea. Put down the bong and pay attention.
11. Gibson's new t-shirt. Gibson, authentically disappointing.
Well, I'd love to put that on a shirt, but I'd probably get sued because, hey, let's face it, they love suing everybody.
I'm lucky that I was able to get my SG and Les Paul before they became a lifestyle brand. The narc era of Gibson, seriously, Mark Agnesi dresses like a narc trying to fit in a high school, is one of the main reasons I picked up a Reverend, which is now my main guitar over all else. You gotta check him out, dude.
Hey, that's not very nice calling Mark Agnesi a narc. He doesn't look anything like it. Okay, you might have a point there. Anyway, thanks for the shout out about Reverend guitars. Maybe I'll check that out. That might be pretty cool. What do you guys say?
As a former Gibson authorized service technician and a guy with 3 Gibsons, I watched this with amusement. Yeah, they're selling a name. They're not offering a value. It's almost unfair to ever ask if any new Gibson is worth the price. They rarely are. But we keep buying them, LOL. And after we're done setting them up and modifying them to play decently, we then have the right name on the headstock to impress the kiddies. And we know the real guitars are more interested in how we got it to play well than the guitar itself. Lol.
Oh, I don't know about real guitar players versus fake guitar players. I haven't seen too many fake guitar players. Seen a lot of fake singers, though. Those are the guys who use auto-tune on all their fucking tracks. Seen a lot of fake drummers, for that matter, too. Not a lot of fake guitar players. Now, I'm not going to agree with your assessment that they're difficult to set up. No, that's not true in my opinion. Half a crank on the truss rod and a few cranks on the bridge and the thing plays absolutely brilliantly. If only it looked as good as it plays.
Looks like this particular guitar was the last one to be checked on a Friday before Beer O'Clock. I was dubious about the price before, now even more so.
Hey, Lee C, thanks very much for chiming in there. I appreciate it. And you're the kind of guy who I made this video for so you could be aware of what's really going on and what you're actually getting for your money.
What amp are you playing through? Sounds great.
For the amp, it was the Engel Fireball 100 at the top of the pile there. And the cabinet out in the room was a Heisei Modern M2x12 loaded up with a pair of their Demon speakers, which are really fucking wicked. I'll freely admit here, I actually had the mics out of balance there. I had my Toll mic, which is backed off about 3 feet, as the lead mic, and the 57 as a fill. I had them backwards. It even sounds beefier if you switch them around the other way. I've got a demo coming up on the Heisei cab in a few weeks. You guys are really going to dig it. I love the sound of this cab because it's a very different kind of sound than, you know, the standard Celestion Vintage 30 that, you know, we all know and are fucking not, you know, just bored to death with. Well, at least I am anyway. I really like what's coming out of Poland with these Heisei cabs and the speakers. It's a little bit more of a unique sound, and I really suggest checking them out if you're tired like I am of the typical Vintage 30 thing.
Dude, I work at Fender and Corona, and dude, if a guitar comes off the tune tester's bench jack, it is bad news, my man. I will give them that, and then it gets checked again in my department, man, and my department is just to make sure the thing is clean, tuned, paperwork in the strings, etc. That's one thing about Fender. Say what you want, but quality is their crack. It has to be legit. Glad I work for a company that puts it down at least.
Apparently they hired you for your setup abilities and not your English skills. That's okay. That one was a little hard to read out loud, but I think I got the point. And once again, I gotta say, you know, I have a Fender American Ultra, you know, that was made in that Corona factory, and it was absolute perfection right out of the box. That's the only guitar I've ever picked up and said, you know what, I don't want to change a single thing about this guitar. It's just awesome the way it is. I even left it tuned standard, and I usually tune all my guitars down to at least a drop C tuning. But I figured in this case, man, why fuck it up? It's great the way it is.
I would love to see what Dave Mustaine would say to this honest review. If this was my signature guitar, I would be hitting up my endorsement company and saying, what the hell, my guys? Sort this out. Bullshit.
Well, man, I'm going to take a wild guess that Dave Mustaine's probably not my biggest fan after that video came out. But that's the price I'm willing to pay to give you guys the truth. If one of my guitar heroes from my teenage years is not very fond of me because I made that video, then so be it. You guys deserve better.
Dude has zero sense of time, always cracks me up. Props to him for having a successful music channel while being a subpar musician.
Yeah, I think if anything, that statement proves that you don't have to be a brilliantly technical guitar player to have a career in music. You've just got to be entertaining. Maybe you should try that.
The most insulting thing about the Play Authentic line by Gibson is that the people who designed and built those guitars originally, for the most part, are no longer with us. So for them to profit off their work and sue the ever-living crap out of anyone doing something close to those designs at a better, more affordable price is corporate greed at its worst.
Yeah, Chris, I think you hit the nail on the head right there.
Hey, Boomer! Saying fucking is not making you cool or metal.
I learned a long time ago I was never going to be cool, so honestly, I don't give a fuck. All right, everybody, that's it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing, all that good stuff. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I would very much appreciate it. It just helps grow the channel, all that kind of cool stuff, and allows me to do cool things like give honest, unfiltered reviews about things you might be interested in buying and might need a very close look at. Anyway, if you've got more comments or questions, leave them below. If they're cool, I'll try and put them on the show. Don't forget, we've got Henning's drum programming courses up for grabs on sale this weekend, and it's only for a few more days. So make sure you jump on that if you're doing desktop compositions and you're tired of your program drums sounding like a fucking robot. I've got links for all that shit in the description below. Check it out. Anyway, until next time, don't forget that an informed consumer is a smart consumer. Always, always, always check the finish before pulling the trigger on one of these things.